All right. Day 2 inside the transmission. We've got the valve bodies completely taken out. Everything is out. I got old Mitch over here helping out today. That's what's up. And he's getting down on fucking scraping, man. Because, god damn it, man. Show our ghetto-ass rig how we're scraping this shit. Yeah, if that
ain't the prettiest, it works a little bit.
That's straight ghetto, man. I mean, we're doing every shit else fucking as by the book as it fucking goes, but god damn it, that ain't ghetto. And I broke like so many blades, man. I was getting all pissed off. And Mitch fucking, he's on his second blade, that motherfucker. Dude, look, I started here. I got, I don't know, maybe here. And I fucking, was it a little further?
I think it was up to that one.
Up to this one? Okay, and I had like broke fucking 3 blades or some shit, man. And he's like, yeah. Oh, I broke one. Fuck, man. So yeah, yeah, I had the hard part. You're a generous and kind man. Fucking, so yeah. That said, you know, I think I'm gonna get started on this, and I don't like having the camera on me when I'm working, so I'll go ahead and get into step 1, and I'll show you after I finish it, and we'll do it like that. I'll do step by step, and I'll show you the steps after I knock them out. Okay, so start here. PR body plate. That sure looks like a PR body plate. Step 1 looks like we're in the lube circuit vent. Plug the hole with a cotter key supplied. Insert the key through the hole. Spread and trim short. And here, for reference, we've got big hole, not so big hole, tiny hole, rectangular-ish hole, and we're right in the corner there. So big hole, not so big hole, rectangular-ish hole, and we're in that corner there. That's the cotter pin. Yes, it's fucking minuscule. There it is. It was for a second. There it is. Yeah. That's the cotter pin. Spread it on the back. Yeah. You see that tiny little right there in the center of the screen? Spread it and cut short. Yeah, there it is. I cut it with 0 cuts. You know, basically a flush cuts, they call them. So, there we go. That is step 1 complete. Alright, step 2 is the PR to converter feed. Check the hole with the 0.125 inch bit supplied. That is the one that says 1/8 inch. It mics out at 0.123. If the hole is smaller, you drill it out. If the hole is larger, you plug it and then you drill it out. Mine needed to be drilled out, so I drilled it out. And looking at the diagram, PR to converter feed, big hole, medium, tiny. Okay, so there we are. Big, medium, tiny, and I drilled the medium with the 1/8 inch bit. So he's ready. That's step 2. Okay, step 3 is the RSX cooler. All models, come on, fucker. Focus. All models drill 0.125. That is the 1/8 inch bit. Alright, RSX cooler on that same PR body plate. We're going to use him as a reference. This oval and the circle, and the RSX is that bottom up. I haven't drilled this one out yet, just to show. This is after, because they're about the same size. That 1/8 inch, okay, and this is the before on that 1/8 inch. So that's step 3, is to drill him out. Alright, step 4 is a lockup exhaust. All normal vehicles do not drill. Lockup feels great. Extreme rough service, drill it. I'm not going hardcore like that. So, lockup timing valve balance, drill 0.46. That's one of these tiny ass little drills. And lockup timing valve balance is just to the right of the PRTC that we've already drilled with the 1/8 inch. So, this is the one that we already drilled with the 1/8 inch. This is the next one that needs to get drilled out. So drill him. Okay, so on the CPCB plate, which is this plate here, Let me get my orientation to agree with the drawing. Okay, big hole. And 1, 2, 3 tiny little holes. So you got to drill them. 1, 2, 3 tiny little holes. Yeah, it's like that. Okay, and then on the main valve body plate, which mine you're going to see the burn marks from where the hot ass fluid got bypassed through the first and the second accumulators, etc., etc. But there was the 3 spots, KDV, okay, which we're going to reference these 2 horizontal oval openings with the tiny little baby. That's these 2 horizontal openings and that tiny little baby. So he's drilled. Okay. Next is up here. We've got that oblong weirdo, big, medium, and tiny. So here's the oblong weirdo, big, medium, and tiny. Drill the tiny. See how my plate's all burnt? See where the hot ass fluid? Yeah. Alright, last one. There's a really cool shape there. An oval, a circle, and a tiny. Really cool shape. Oval, circle, drill the tiny. Okay, then you're done with the drill bits. Clean the screen?
No.
Alright, this is the screen that was on the main valve body, and there we go. It was pulling so damn hard to get something through it that's how it looks. Okay, here's our new, well, it's over here. There's our new freaking screen on that main valve body. That looks a lot more like it does in this picture here. Here's your main valve body assembly. See how that, yeah. So that's valve body assembly. He's all cleaned up. And next things that happen on the valve body assembly with the shift kit is we do the converter pressure relief limit valve. We put a new green spring. Abandon that guy. Put the green spring. There goes my freaking light. And then we do a white spring on the check valve in the corner. So there's the white spring, and that goes in the corner. The corner spot is right here. The spring goes here, right on top of that. Okay. We've got a check ball here. Right here, right next to that screen. And then the new green spring with this bad boy here. That's the main valve body. Alright, next order of business, because we finished everything on the first page. We've checked everything off. We've done the LCV, PRTC. We've gone through that. We drilled out the holes. RSX, we drilled that. All of that was up here. Okay, we dropped the LUX, drilled it. We did not drill that, rather, because we wanted to be stock feeling. Alright. We checked out okie dokie here as far as our clearance on our bore. We replaced and installed the green spring. We installed the white spring. And that's what we look like right now, right? We got all that taken care of. And this is the next plate. That's the next plate that's going on. And that's going to be for the reverse servo body. Now what we're about to do is we're about to do the check. We're not doing the valves just yet. We're going to do the plug right now. Okay? And right here we have the type 1. And so type 1, it tells us to blow air in the passage, and the air blows out there, and that's the plug that you plug, the hole that you plug. Blowing air, you can't very well see it. Being that I got my new toy, here you can see it. So that guy is going to get this plug. And it's not an exact plug per se, but he goes there. Alright, so that's the next step. Okay, still in the reverse servo body. Now this time we're going to do those two valves. And you reuse the clip. You take the retainer clips out. The retainer clips go in that very first opening, and they hold your plug. The kit comes with new plugs, just like it shows. You show it with the titty facing out, just like in the pictures, how you put it in. And there ain't nothing to this. I mean, these things slide in, they slide right out. The plugs slide in, they slide. There ain't nothing to it. First grade stuff. So, does this look like the picture up above? Yes. Does this look like the picture up above? Yes. So then you just stick it in the hole, just like in the picture up above. Once. And twice. Just like in the picture up above. 1, 2, 3. Then you put the plugs and you put the clips. Okay, so again, in the top regulator body, let's flip this guy and make him look a little bit more like the picture. Okay, we're gonna do the CPC valve. This is the old factory. This is the kit. Okay, then I'm going to put the new cap, which I've greased the O-ring, and we'll put the clip back on him, and that'll be the next step completed. This guy here. Alright, now this ain't in the kit, this ain't part of the kit, but we're at that part. Yes. Where's my number? There you go. So, when you're putting your shit together, these two bolts, don't lock them down yet, as they hold the filter. Okay. Once you get the filter in place, then you'll see that those bolts are the right length. Alright, so here's the 5-speed 1-2 accumulator body, and according to the diagram here, there's your first accumulator on top, second accumulator on the bottom. We remove the original spring, install the new pink spring. So that's about the same orientation as you have in the picture. We do like that, okay, and then that's what you should look like when you're ready to reassemble it. Leave him out. Alright, so here we are now. Torque boost inhibitor spring, lockup extension spring. That's the last valve in the kit that needs to go in. Okay, this is the valve body here in question. We have to inspect in the passages for this valve to see that they haven't made a bypass. So basically looking like this in the passages to see if there was any holes made, which there wasn't. Okay, great. Now this is the old valve here, which we're going to say goodbye to. Here's a new valve, a spring in the head of the valve rather than just a kind of a land. Okay, and then the two other springs that were in there we reuse, the cap and the other spring here we reuse. So that's what's next. And if you've been building along with me, then you'll know that this is the last valve body piece to go in before you put your input, output, and secondary shafts back together. But right now, on this guy, before he gets put back in, don't get in too big of a hurry, and don't forget you need to put your little screeny in there, okay? And according to this diagram here, being that's our regulator valve body assembly, and he's sitting basically with his back to us, the filter goes that way. Okay, so when we're looking into it, the filter kind of facing us. All right, and then he goes right there. Next part is the torque converter spacer ring. If you're going this far into your transmission to do it and give it all this love, don't waste your time with anything less than, at the very least, a rebuilt or remanufactured torque converter. See that ring? That's where he goes. So I'm ready. Yeah.